Hello, welcome to BioGreat TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. How the military entered the Zimbabwean politics. Zimbabwe has had 3 presidents since its independence as of 2020, and one of them faced an unsuccessful coup attempt in 2007, while the other was in 2017. The first coup attempt in the Zimbabwean Republic was in June 2007. The Zimbabwean government said it had stopped a coup d'etat which was about to take place against President Mugabe that month. This coup was planned by some leaders and retired officers of the country's army. There were about 400 soldiers and high-ranking officers of the Zimbabwean military who had decided to overthrow Robert Mugabe on the 2nd of June 2007. Other reports say that the military planned to take over the government on the 15th of June 2007. The leaders of this reported coup were retired Army Captain Albert Matapo, Colonel Ben Nkube, Major General Engelbert Rutgeje, and Air Vice Marshal Elson Moyo. Ben Nkube, Engelbert Rutgeje, and Elson Moyo were kept under house arrest as others were rounded up. The plan was to remove President Robert Mugabe from office and allow the Rural Housing Minister Emmerson Mnangagwa to form a new government which would include officers of the armed forces. The coup plotters were accused of treason after their arrest, but there was no evidence that they had committed the crime. Former Army Captain Albert Matapo, Emmanuel Marara, Mudzurahona, Partsin Mpufure, Nyasha Zivuku, Rangirai Mazivofa, and Shingirai Webster Mutemachani spent 7 years in prison for the alleged crime. They were released from Chikrubi prison on the 1st of March 2014. Albert Matapo strongly defended himself, saying there was no plan to replace the president and that there was only a plan to set up a new political party. He complained about the harsh treatment and torture he and the others accused of plotting the coup faced while they were being questioned. The new political party was indeed formed on the 1st of August 2014 and named the United Crusade for Achieving Democracy, UCAD. Some Zimbabweans today still believe that there was really no coup attempt by the military. Robert Mugabe, who had been president of Zimbabwe for about 30 years, had opposition to his government grown slowly over time. In 2017, Mugabe was asked to step down and the country's military planned to remove him. On the 14th of November 2017, the Zimbabwean military sent some armored vehicles to the country's capital, Harare. The soldiers seized control of the Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation, ZBC, in Harare, and the workers were told that the military was there to protect the broadcasting station. It was later said that the station had failed to broadcast a military message sent to them earlier. The military also arrested the Director of Security of the Zimbabwean Central Intelligence Organization, Albert Ngulube, after he left President Mugabe's home at about 10:30 p.m. On the 15th of November 2017, the military confronted many ministers of the Mugabe administration. Many fled, but the finance minister, Ignatius Chombo, was arrested after an exchange of gunfire with his private Israeli security guards. $10 million in cash was found in Ignatius Chombo's house. The Army Chief of Staff, Major General Sibusiso Moyo, made an announcement on ZBC at 5 a.m. saying that the military was targeting criminals in the government, but they were not planning a takeover. The military assured the citizens that the president was safe. The former Prime Minister, Morgan Tsvangirai, had returned from receiving cancer treatment abroad and asked the president to resign too. On the 16th of November 2017, Government Minister Paul Chimeza was arrested at an army roadblock in Bubias when he tried to escape to South Africa. On the 18th of November of that same year, There were large and peaceful demonstrations in the country's capital city of Harare. The majority of Zimbabweans showed support for what the army was doing, and they also wanted the president to step down. President Robert Mugabe was asked to resign by his party on the 19th of November 2017 with his wife and some other supporters. Mugabe ignored his party's decision and refused to resign. His party, ZANU-PF, again asked him to resign before noon on the 20th of November 2017 or be impeached. By noon of 20th of November 2017, President Mugabe stayed in office and refused to step down. After this, the president's party made preparations to begin the impeachment proceedings against him. Mugabe was accused of allowing his wife to unlawfully use the constitutional power of the government. On the 21st of November 2017, Senator Monica Musvangwa moved the motion for the impeachment of President Robert Mugabe. There was then a full attendance of the Parliament and the Senate at the Harare International Conference Center to decide Mugabe's impeachment by a majority vote. The country's legislature also planned to set up a 9-member committee to make clear the case against him, which included willful violation of the constitution, gross misconduct, alongside mental and physical incapacity to perform as president. Mugabe resigned on the same day at about 6 p.m. as the members of Parliament and Senate decided to impeach him. The president's resignation was presented by Speaker of Parliament Jacob Mudenda to the joint session of Parliament and Senate as an official statement. The vice president was not in the country at the time Mugabe vacated his office, so the majority party's chief whip then nominated Emmerson Mnangagwa to become president of Zimbabwe within the next 2 days. What have we missed out of this history? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.